my laptop just happens to be like a bit of a snowflake, so you
Hey,
you gotta be nice to it.
takes all kinds to make the world go round.
Welcome to the show. This is Alex and Brian,
Brian, and this is
and
Alex,
and this is Brian.
and this is what are you calling this shit?
We were fucking calling this thing Wheels and Whiskey, and it's mostly gonna be drinking, so
Yeah, just watching two dumbasses drink and get drunk and
pretty much
talk shit.
I mean, I've got reason to drink since I
Yes.
got laid off, so.
Yeah, and won't go into details, but yes, I have. I've got very good reasons to drink, so yes.
Yeah. And whether that you want to get into that or not, that's up to
Nah, maybe that's
you.
another
Like
time.
some other time.
No, another time.
Yeah.
So, since we're not, we're calling this Wheels and Whiskey, obviously we're going to start off with some fantastic beer. So,
What have you got for me?
this is a drink tank, and it's just a sealed container full of beer. So, you go to your local pub, whatever, tap room that sells beer, and you fill it up, and then you bring it home and crack it open. Well, what's really cool, though, is it's got this little contraption.
Yeah.
So, take this lid off, you put this one in place, take your fancy little CO2 bottle, pressurize it. It's just like a keg. Except it's not as big as a keg, but it's a fraction of the cost too. So
yeah.
Anyway, this is a cool company. As an advertisement I saw, I think on Instagram or some shit that was showing it, and I went and looked on Amazon. I don't ever buy from ads I see from social media. I always like, oh, that looks cool. Let me go look on Amazon. So that's kind of what I did. So pop the top.
Pretty dope.
Anyway, there's the beer right there on top.
What liquid gold do we got here today?
This is from Rogue Ale, and it's called, I'm pretty sure it's called Bat Squatch. Let me
Bat Squatch?
Yeah, Bat Squatch. It's a New England IPA.
Well, speaking of bats,
you got
we got the fucking coronavirus over here, so.
Nice. Right, so you just basically drop that down in there, put your clamps back on, and close her down, and put that on like you're airing up a bicycle tire.
Oh, fuck off.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes?
That's it. And she's good to go.
No way.
Yep.
No way.
That's it, dude. What? Fucking beer. Look at that shit. And it needs more pressure. That didn't take long.
That was the first take. Well,
yeah. It's farting on me.
Oh, she's got a tight ass on her.
Why is she farting on me? This is the first time I've done this, so bear with me.
Okay. Oh, you're just breaking it in. Okay.
Yeah, I think they overfilled it, so it's not a lot of room for the air.
Yeah, I figured.
There we go. Farting McFarter. We'll get some beer here soon. I'm dying of thirst.
Bear with us if this beer is cold. I mean, warm.
Hot, because Alex took a sweet ass time getting the equipment set up today.
This is episode 1, season 1 of this shit show.
Being a single guy, I figured you'd want some head. I just had to go there, sorry. I probably need some myself. So.
Oh, God.
There you go. Liquid gold.
Sorry, I went in first.
Oh, you're good.
Ooh.
This is the Bat Squatch, very good.
Oh, yeah. That is dope. Where'd you get it from?
A little place down the road called Growlers in Katy, Texas. It's just a big, giant tap room, and they've got tons of beer there. It's a cool place to check out if you're in the Katy area.
Yeah. It's our go-to.
Yes, it is our go-to. You about ready to get it like topped off there?
Mm-hmm.
And that first little punch is like really airy, so.
Yeah, my girl has a big head.
Right? Let's look at mine. She's a little thick. There's supposed to be a trick to this, the video that they showed, when you're buying this bullshit, like makes it look so easy. I think they didn't have like beer in there. I think some other kind of media.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I'm sure just like they do the burgers and the commercials, they always gotta
fuck
up the burgers.
They always look perfect, and you go there and you get your shit.
Fucking lettuce with glue and shit.
Looks like ass. Sure, it usually tastes like ass, so.
At least we like eating ass here.
Yep, that's as good as I remember in the restaurant. I was hoping it was still good, because I bought this about a week ago, and they say when you put the stuff in these things, it's good for roughly 14 days. And not that threshold, but sometimes beer, depending like especially these hazy beers, they can get a little skunky.
Yeah.
If they sit too long. So.
Well, you're the beer aficionado out of both of us.
I'm not the beer aficionado.
Well, out of the two of us.
Out of the two of us, yes. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. So yeah, it's a neat little contraption.
Yeah.
A little pricey, but
I mean, considering the next option is buying an actual keg.
Well, and there's other ones out there. There's some steampunk looking ones, and I looked those up, and those are really pricey. But
no, that just
it doesn't have a flexible hose, and it looks like steampunk.
Yeah.
So
you're really buying the aesthetics on those other.
Right. You're just doing it for the cool factor. And actually, when I was getting this one filled up, there was a guy there that had one that was like, it looked like it was gallon size.
Like that copper one.
Yeah, they're copper. Yeah, you saw it.
I
copper colored one. Yeah.
He had a fucking satchel carry that bitch around.
Yeah, right. Like bring a Sherpa with you. There we go. Get past that head. Boom. I'll get you. But so I don't know how long these last. They I think they said like one of these should be good for 3 of these filled. I think that's what the instructions said. So
still not bad.
No, I mean, and if I run out, I've got the ones for my bicycle. I'll just do one off of that. But it tells you only you do not use anything but these, because it doesn't say here, but use only food grade. So I don't know if bicycle tire CO2 is not food grade.
I think it's more like the plastic or the fittings on that thing.
Maybe. Well, I mean, it's a sealed container.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, whatever. I think that's a trap to make you order their shit.
It always is.
So what do you think?
It's actually really good. I'm not gonna lie.
So yeah, this is 64 ounces, so I should get a couple pints out of there. I quit pouring it so fast and foaming it up.
Yeah.
So what's new?
Well, fuck me, man. Well, like the next best thing that I could go on with is the only thing I can do is find a new job. Yeah. That's about it.
And right now with this coronavirus shit and the stock market taking a shit, it's not easy.
We all try to fucking stay positive with this bullshit, but goddamn,
when you don't have a job, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's just like, what do you do?
Yeah.
I've been there. It's not easy.
Yeah. Sometimes you just you try to get by,
right?
Think positive, and when things get, shit start hitting hitting the fan. I can't talk English right now.
It's the beer. It's kicking in already. Wow,
I know, right?
It's like 7% alcohol by volume.
Okay.
So I mean,
it's up there.
It's up there. I mean, you're basically drinking 2 Bud Lights in one.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's like a meal in a glass.
Yeah. But yeah.
So wheels and whiskey.
You just try not to run into traffic. That's all.
Yeah. Right.
With all that's going on. But yeah, wheels and whiskey. So yeah.
So yeah, we're not starting off with whiskey, obviously, but
yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah. Wait. We have a bottle.
Oh, I've got several bottles.
We still got the one that we have.
We have the bottle of scotch you bought, and then
that's
the
scotch.
2 that I showed you that I bought, that's and
right.
Then I got some Maker's Mark, which is a full standby.
Yeah.
But they're all the ones I have are bourbons, and the one you have is a scotch, which a little bit different in the way they're made.
Yeah.
Corn versus grain. Well, corn is a grain, but like they use actual malted grains.
Yeah.
They germinate, and it's got a whole different flavor profile.
Yeah.
With what they do. So yeah, I mean, it could be any kind of whiskey. Shit, it could be Canadian whiskey. Those sweet ass they're kind of sweet. You've had Canadian whiskey, right?
Not just yet. I mean,
Crown Royal. You never had Crown Royal?
That's Canadian?
Yeah, it's Canadian whiskey. Canadians, I don't know what they do differently. I haven't done my homework, but they're a sweeter whiskey.
Well, you learned something new.
Yeah, and what else? We tried that Japanese whiskey you bought.
That was actually pretty good. I just wanted to try something new.
Right. I was impressed. That was quite tasty. Like, I see them at the stores all the time, and I'm like, yeah. I don't know what that is. I don't want to buy
yeah,
it. You know.
like I really like most people would probably just avoid it. Like who? Japanese whiskey? Like
What? I don't
like
know shit about whiskey.
yeah, exactly. And
But yeah, apparently they do.
I started looking into like the history of it, and the one I got, I think some Japanese guy went off to I think Ireland just to like look up
Right.
how they made whiskey over there, and
Brought the craft back,
yeah,
basically.
he pretty much did, and maybe he refined it or at least
Tweaked it for his palate.
yeah, for sure.
Right.
And with whatever was available to them in their part of the world, and
Right.
actually, I was surprised how good it tasted.
It was very pleasant.
Very mild.
And, but that stuff that I was telling you about that I got you to buy.
Yeah, that one was really good though.
Dude.
But I think yours, what did you get? The Scotch you have?
Mm-hmm.
That was even better.
The one I told you about, right?
Yeah, it's fucking not the. I don't think it's the grainy one. That one's very. I don't know. I want to say earthy, but it just seems denser. But it was good.
Right.
But the other one just like it had a pleasant smell to it.
With a sweetness on the back end.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's because they finish it in a sherry cask, which sherry is a sweeter wine, and so when they take it out of the barrel from aging, they move it over to that barrel and finish it for however many years it sits in that, and it soaks up all the remnants or residues left over from the sherry, and kind of blends into the whiskey, and it's just
yeah.
That's kind of where I go with my scotches. I like the ones that are finished in a second cask.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like just the straight cask ones, but when they're finished in that second cask, man, it just does something to them.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of curious if they've done that with some of the bourbons. If they, I haven't done enough looking into that to see if they offer something into that nature. So maybe we can look into that to see if there's bourbons that are finished in a second cask.
Road trip?
Road trip. I like the way that sounds.
Oh man. So I guess we got to talk about some sort of wheels.
I got a motorcycle.
And I'm still fucking surprised about that. I forgot how like the size of the bike was gonna be, because I one of our coworkers had the bike for like the longest, and he would bring it around the office every once in a while.
You never really paid attention.
And I would just
whatever,
would pass by and whatever,
right.
Ignored it. And our coworker just happens to be a little on the short side.
Yeah.
And I imagined this bike being since it's a 250 cc engine, and I'm like, that bike's gotta be small, and I'm like, I know this guy.
You're thinking, it's a 250.
He's gonna be enormous on this bike.
Right,
it's gonna be like
it's gonna look like
those fat twins on those
like a fat guy on a moped. That's what it's gonna look like. Or like when you go to the circus, you got the clown that's in the fat suit riding the little bitty tiny miniature crotch rocket bike thing. Yeah. So.
But
thanks. I appreciate that. I'm glad you visualized that with me.
And I'm like, this it's not gonna look cool.
And you're thinking in your head, this guy's an idiot. Get a bigger bike, dude.
Yeah, that's why I was pushing you. Like, you need something like about like 650 or something around there.
I don't want to die.
But yeah, no. And then when I finally saw it, I'm like, okay, that's a tall bitch right there.
Right.
She's got legs.
And you were having to tippy toe it.
I was tippy toeing, and he lowered the ride height on that.
Right.
It was a Honda CFR 250L. And
with 866 miles on it.
It was a deal. It was a good deal, especially with all the gear he gave you.
Dude, the gear alone, like the jacket, the boots, the tools,
like
the oil change stuff.
Boots, jacket, helmet are easily like way over $750.
Right.
Alone.
Right.
And I'm sure
for him to throw that in there was really cool.
Yeah.
And and I was wanting to get into the whole thing because of him. And the day I told him I was going to buy a bike, he's like, "Well, shit, I've got mine for sale. I got a dude coming to get it." And I'm like, "No, really? No, don't sell it, because I want to buy one, and we're going to go riding like you've always wanted it, that you're always bugging me to do."
Yeah.
And then a week later he tells me, "Well, my wife really wants the swimming pool, and that would really get us a little bit closer, so I'm going to sell it." but I'll make you the killer offer, the bike, the gear, everything, basically to get you hitting the ground running. All you need is a helmet, and that's I went and bought the helmet.
That's dope.
But yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah, I'm still surprised. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a bike.
It's
Man,
all
but
good.
down the road,
We'll get there. Don't worry.
yeah. Let's hopefully
Sell your beer.
beer. I mean, the only beer I could make is once I piss it out again.
No, your beater.
My beater?
Yeah, your daily.
What the hell? Well, I can daily a motorcycle again. Yeah,
that's probably not wise.
my trunk on that fucking car. I mean, I can probably fit as much as I could on your saddlebags in my car. I got like 7 cubic feet. That's nothing.
Right.
What is that?
Nothing. But I mean,
can't even fit a laundry basket in that bitch.
It's more than a motorcycle.
Mm. Can't put a dead body in it.
Why you'd want to?
Sometimes the occasion arises. You never know.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's all you. That's all you, bro. Don't call me.
Oh God. And I'm working for the Harris County Sheriff's Office, so there's that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna apply.
Going to, yeah.
Going to.
Hopefully they don't watch this video.
Hopefully they don't. Please let me hire me.
And if the FBI shows at my house, I'm gonna be like, hey, call Alex. There's his number right here. That's Here, let me call him for you.
I called Crime Stoppers. I'm here to report a crime.
Right.
Chris Hansen, take this guy away.
Right. Yeah, that would be my luck. That would totally be my luck. Oh. I take the fall for your.
It was just a free speech.
It's cheeky comment.
What happened to free speech?
It's there. Sometimes you're held accountable for what you say. Oh shit.
But yeah, what about that Ford Bronco?
Dude, I've only seen a few pictures of it. I haven't really looked into this.
There's some pretty decent pictures out there.
Some specs on it, so I'm not sure what.
I mean, you know what? Let me pull them up. Fuck it. Because why not?
Why not? We got internet. Come on,
and
this does. This one neat little feature I forgot to mention. Oh, almost got slapped in the face. It's got a handy dandy little clip here to hold the hose when you're not in use. Look at that. I'm probably smacking the microphone with it. Okay.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of dope.
Yeah, you're not like dragging it along the bottom of the table or something.
Yeah, I mean it cost them what, 29 cents for that little.
Like the last thing you want to do is drag it across the table and catch coronavirus or some shit. But there you go. That's
okay, so the pictures I saw, it was a 4-door. So is that
that is an option.
Okay, so it's an option.
So yeah, it's pretty much like think of it as like getting a regular cab F-150.
Okay.
Yeah. So
honestly, the Bronco has always been 2 doors, so I can't imagine it being anything other than that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's cool that they did that. I do like the Ford,
and
but that looks so much cooler though.
They're probably trying to compete with the Wrangler,
because
that 4-door version, you see more of those on the road, modified, with soccer moms bumping them all over the place.
And it's so sad because I'm like why?
Right.
Like
it's not really. I mean, it's okay for like the average 4-wheel person that has very little skill and doesn't know how to get out of it.
I hate seeing.
But like when you start
lift kits with like 20 or 22 inch wheels,
you start pushing those things, and you're like when things start breaking, because those axles and things on those things aren't made for that. No. So it's made for very light trail stuff. I mean, and it can get off into some hairy things, but it's not expert level by any means.
Yeah.
And you can make one expert level, but you're talking thousands and thousands of dollars. But
yeah.
So is that a soft top or is that a hard top?
I think it's
an option.
I think it's a hard top. I don't think there's too much like details about it just yet. Can do a quick search.
Do they have like a release?
It's a hard top. Yeah, removable hard top.
Okay.
It's probably going to come out in 2020. You know what?
We're in 2020.
Shut your mouth.
Last time I checked. Because remember, in about 9 months from now, maybe 10, we're gonna have a whole bunch of coronials.
Oh, you mean the quarantines?
No, the coronials.
Oh yeah,
because they were conceived during the coronavirus.
yeah.
So never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know why I waste jokes on you sometimes.
I see what you're trying to do. Is like
You
mix
see
it.
what I did there?
You're combining millennials.
Corona and millennials,
Millennials.
coronials, kind of like colonials, but coronials. No, never mind. Oh,
Meow.
yeah, and I went way over the top. Maybe the beer's kicking in faster than you, or maybe it hits you faster and you're just not. It's just like
I'm a lightweight, so you're gonna
So
have to
am I.
bear with me. Probably after the second one, I'll probably be plastered on the floor.
Uh, probably. Hopefully you remember how to turn all this off because we don't want that in here.
Turn what off?
This,
Oh.
our little world here of wheels and whiskey.
Oh yeah. I've seen worse. There people be streaming, playing video games and getting drunk and shit.
Pass out.
Pass out? Well, they don't pass out, but they are slurring their words.
Their toe up. Nice. Oh, so the other thing I wanted to mention about this thing cleanup is a breeze. So the directions say fill it with some soapy water, shake it, and then with this contraption on, just blast it with some air and hold the nozzle open and let the soapy water push right through it, and then rinse it all off, clean water in it, pop it with some air, push it through, and it rinses the nozzle from the inside out. And it does come apart. So if you want to take it apart and physically clean it, so you don't get beer scum or whatever inside there, you can do that also.
Yeah, pretty easy.
That was a new term I learned this week: beer scum or beer snot. Beer snot.
That's an actual term.
Snot. Yeah. So at my favorite watering hole, Growlers, Katy, Texas. I was up there. One of the vendors came in and we were talking to him about their beer, and it was a nitro porter, which they use nitrogen instead of CO2, which gives it like the really small fine bubbles instead of like the bigger heavier bubbles. So he said that he was talking about Guinness. He said Guinness was notorious for not cleaning their lines when they come change out the kegs. And he said what'll happen though is if you don't clean those lines on a regular basis, it'll get beer snot inside there. And he said so like if you get a Guinness and you see little shit floating throughout the glass, it's because of the beer snot that's in the nozzle that's not been cleaned. So,
how gross.
Yeah.
I
So.
didn't know that.
So yeah,
Is
so
that
if
just
you want to prevent beer
Guinness
snot,
thing?
no, it's any beer line thing.
Oh.
And any tap that's open and closing all the time can get beer snot. So that's why the vendors are typically responsible for when they put their keg in, they'll clean the lines out first, so there's no remnants of the old beer or beer snot, whatever.
Yeah.
So when they hook up their beer, it's just their beer. And a funny story about that, one time I went to a bar years ago, and I was trying out various beers, and I was wanting to try some of the wheat beers, the Hefeweizens, and I was like, well, let me try that one. He's like, okay, so he went and poured it, and he brought it to me, and it looked like lemonade almost, with no foam at all, and like with a little bit of bubble on top. And I'm like, that's a really weird looking beer. I figured it'd be more yellowish, So I take a sip and I'm like, spit it back into the glass. I'm like, dude, that tastes like soapy water. That's awful. He's like, that's weird. We just tapped that keg. I don't know why it tastes like that. So he dumped it out and he gave me a different beer, and I had this like soapiness in my mouth. I'm like, that was just nasty. So turns out they were flushing the line and they didn't flush it all the way. So I got the line flush in a pint glass, and it tasted like soapy ass water. It was wretched, dude. I was like,
God, man,
what the hell?
That blows.
Yeah, so careful what you ask for at a bar, because you'll get some soapy ass water. Come on, you gotta have some weird ass stories of some crazy shit like that that's happened in your life.
Like the only closest thing to it, like a drinking story that I have is like it would be me and my buddy. Like we would go down to
Timmy? Is his name Timmy?
Mike. We would go out to the Marquee, and we would go to shoot some pool and go bowling. While we were bowling or drinking pool or playing pool, drinking pool.
You were drinking pool, nice. That's a talent.
Playing pool, I know, right? We would just have a few drinks. We'd always start off. What the hell did we start off with? Like a shot of tequila. We'd have a few beers, and then we would always end off with the what is it?
Jägermeister?
A buttery nipple, just because I had a sweet tooth and
Buttery nipples, nice.
that hit the spot, and that was just our like little routine. One day, my sister manages to convince me like, hey, can I tag along too? Like,
Oh no,
she,
it's always
I
bad
think
when
how
waist
old
much.
was I? I was probably like 20. She was probably 17. She was definitely underage.
Uh huh.
And when we went to go shoot, go polling, Jesus Christ!
How much did you drink?
Apparently, I've been drinking all day from the looks of it.
Right. All right, so I'm not real happy with the foaming action that's going on here.
It's a lot of foam.
I think it'd be better off just pouring it out of the damn jug into the glass at this point. I may be putting too much air in it. I don't know.
Maybe what happens is you might have to put the air in, let it settle,
Could be.
and then pour it out.
Could be.
That's my best guess.
But I think also it compresses the bubbles, the CO2 in the beer.
Oh.
So it's compressing all that in there. That's how it works. Is the pressure in the tank pushes the liquid up through the hose when you open the valve. So maybe it's compressing the bubbles in the beer. I don't know. Maybe the viewers can give us some.
There's got to be like some sort of instructions out in the YouTubes.
Got to be somebody out there that can give us some feedback on that.
Yeah. Yeah, we go out to Marquee. We're going bowling, and me and my buddy like throwing balls, and I don't know why that sounds gross to me.
Okay, I'm just gonna like pretend you did not just say you and your buddy were throwing balls. I'm just gonna.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
Okay, I have to interject. So this video, you know how I always get random videos sent to me.
Christ, yes.
So not the one I sent today, but I saw one recently. This guy, I have no idea how he did it. I have no idea how he could tolerate the pain in doing so.
Oh, please.
But he had his nuts stuck in this girl's ass.
Wait, what?
His nuts and in her ass. Like he had one of those right tight rubber bands around his balls.
Dick and balls, or just balls?
No, just his balls.
How the? And why?
Dude, I saw it and I was like, what does this world come to when like dudes are getting off on doing that? Like putting their nuts inside somebody's ass.
I don't know, man.
Dude, because like compressing those things is not fun.
No,
and they were in there, dude.
I got a tap in the balls, and that'll take your breath away.
That'll put you on the ground.
Mm.
But no, he had them in there.
Oh boy,
in there, not just like touching. In there.
Is that what this show has come to?
No. It's just you talking about you and your buddy throwing balls made me think about, oh god, this dude was throwing balls in somebody's ass. So
I don't know if this should be called Wheels and Whiskey anymore.
Well, we did talk. We covered cars.
I'm pretty sure this should be like streaming on like Pornhub or some bullshit.
That'll be a different channel.
Yeah. Next time.
Next time on Wheels and Whiskey. Drunk guys reacting to porn.
Oh Christ. But yeah, me and my buddy just regular time drinking beer.
Right.
My sister's like asking like, hey, can I be beer too? I'm like, sure, why not? I don't know if she appeared old enough for this waitress or whatever, but she was managing to get beers on her own. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna enable you. Well, fuck me, fuck you.
You're on your own now.
Yeah. So me and my buddy are just bowling still, and she's over there drinking, and I don't even think we were like 2 beers in, and then she probably has like 3 beers by that time.
Whoa.
And she's just like passed out, like sat on the bench from 3 beers. She was a little tiny 5'2" Mexican chick.
3 beers? That's
maybe a shot or 2.
Oh, so now we're throwing some shots in there. Okay,
on her own, she's probably doing her shit.
Okay.
On her own.
Okay, that's different.
I wasn't paying attention to.
I got you.
Whatever the fuck she was doing, and I just remember like, where the fuck my sister? And I look back, and she's plastered on the bench. I'm like, well, that's gonna be a bitch to get home.
Well, but she's tiny. She shouldn't be.
Yeah. I finally like we just finished like a round and then got her to the car
Right.
and she asked for a favor. I'm like can we go to the grocery store? I'm like sure. Like what do you want? We park. I'm like can I get some beer? I mean it's not a beer. Can I get some bread and fruit? I'm like bread and fruit. Like of all things, like is that like a remedy?
Is that? Are you trying to like
Or
make
like
a
some
peanut
sort
butter
of
and jelly
cure?
sandwich from like fresh fruit? What are you doing here?
Beats me, man. Like she's just like my friend goes inside. I'm just like trying to
Don't puke in my
make
car.
sure she's
Don't
okay.
puke in my car. Don't
She's
puke
sitting in
in
the
my
back
car.
seat and is like,
Oh,
can
backseat puke
you
is
open
worse.
the door? And I'm like,
Oh,
why? Bruh!
she did. She got it.
Fortunately, she managed to open the door. And
Oh, she got the door open. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't able to be fast enough to like open the door for her. She opened it on her own.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because backseat puke
Yeah,
is the
I just
worst.
remember. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what did you eat? And it was terrible, but
all of it. She ate all of it.
Whatever was in there is gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why she wanted bread and fruit. She was probably get hungry again.
Trying to hold it down. thinking the bread and the fruit's going to keep it down. It's kind of like Whataburger.
Yeah, after that, I just see her like
Whataburger
munching on a loaf of bread. I'm like, God. But
drunk stories are the best. I love them. All right, so the next time we do this, we won't do this. We'll do some whiskey.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't know about you, but I am like super like burpy now. Because
the only reason for me to avoid beer is just
the carbs.
Just
the carbs and the calories.
Because the last time I had like 4 beers, maybe 6 tops.
And you felt like
I went home. I woke up the next morning. I'm like, what the fuck happened to my body? I'm like, oh my god, I ate a fucking turtle. I was just so fucking ran that morning.
I ate a turtle. I ate a small human.
God, I'm like, I swear I had abs. What the fuck happened?
Where'd it go?
But
dude, I haven't had abs since I was probably 4 years old.
You look at me, you're like, he has abs, but once you get close, you're like, no, those aren't abs.
Those aren't abs.
Those are like Hawaiian rolls right there.
The King Hawaiian bread.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, this is our shit show, and this is more or less what we're gonna be expecting from now on.
Yeah.
How long have we been going? 30 minutes?
I don't know. I didn't set a timer. I have no clue.
I don't know. There's a timer right here on the laptop.
So I guess back to wheels. I showed you a picture, but I'm looking at a new but used truck.
What year was it again? It was a 20.
It's an 18.
18. Okay.
It's got
that bitch is badass looking.
Oh, it's nice, real nice. Maybe on the next show we can show it off a little bit. Go for a ride.
Cool.
Play some tunes inside and
show
podcast from the truck.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's used. It's but it's like super clean. Like I couldn't find anything wrong with it other than the tires, because it's lifted and got big tires. The tires were rubbing, and I said I'm not buying it unless y'all fix that. Well, that's how we got it. I'm like, well, I don't care. I'm not. If you want me to buy the truck, you'll fix it. And they're like, okay, we'll fix it.
Yeah.
So
when I saw that truck and those wheels, I'm like, those aren't like what?
Oh no, there's some big bitches. They're 22.
I'm saying
I looked at them. They're 22 by 12.
Are you keeping the wheels?
Well, I may not, because they poke out a little bit past the body.
Okay.
Which is,
it's not your style, which I kind of have a feeling.
I like it, but I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was talking to the guy at the 4x4 shop about it, and he said you can do a couple things. You can go back to a 22 by 10, which would pull that in, or you can just keep the 22 by 12s and get a different offset. Because these are kind of, I don't know if it's positive or negative, but it pushes the wheel outside the fender, so you get that little bit of push outside of it. And some people like that. And I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Not everybody likes it, but it seems like that's the kind of the trend right now, is everybody wants to push the wheels out.
Maybe like an inch just off.
Well, yeah, and these are probably cool. 3 inches out.
And that's a little excessive for me.
it's a little much.
Yeah.
But,
especially with those wheels and tires.
But it does look good. Like when you walk up on it, you're like, oh man.
I'm pretty sure everything else is absolutely awesome, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's
King Ranch, right?
It's a King Ranch.
V8.
V8.
It's gotta be V8.
I don't want an EcoBoost, dude. I mean, I've seen a lot of guys that have hopped them up and they're fast, but I'm not getting this because I want it to be fast. I'm getting it because I'd rather have a V8. I'm gonna put some exhaust on it, so you get the nice V8 rumble. Because EcoBoost, when you do exhaust to them, they sound horrible.
Girls like the rumble.
It's not the kind of rumble most girls like.
Out of V8s?
No, out of V6s.
No, I'm saying V8s.
No, with the V8s, yes, they sound good. But with the V6, you do exhaust on any V6.
That's more of a whisper than a rumble.
Yeah. No, it sounds more like a pissed off bumblebee. I mean, it doesn't sound good.
Speaking of bumblebees, I did get chased by one today.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie. I was at the park waiting for my friend to go home, and I was going around the park here, like nearby Katy, and I'm like, let's see, I'm about to make one lap, and then I see a text. I'm like, oh, my friend's finally home. So let me get back to the car. For whatever reason, I just happened to walk by this one tree. I don't see any other bugs or plants or flowers.
Was it an actual bumblebee?
It was a
or a wasp.
It was a bee for sure.
Okay.
I saw the stripes on it.
It was probably a hornet.
No, it was a bee.
Okay.
I distinctly saw the body. I'm like, normally they say, well, bees are like very tame. Don't
well,
if you don't bug them.
Honeybees, yes, but like carpenter bees and.
But this
and
motherfucker was just all up in my grill, like.
He's like, no,
you're
bitch,
like,
you're in my zone.
you're in my zone.
Get out of here, beat it.
I did not want to swat at him. I'm like, let me get by. I'm like, you're gonna get in front of me? Okay, I'll walk this way. Like, fuck, he's going back and forth,
right,
trying to challenge my ass. I'm like, I ran like a bitch to my car. I'm like,
and this bee is probably laughing like, you should have saw his ass. He's like 18,000 times bigger than me, and his bitch ass ran off like a little girl.
I fucking blew into my glass and got nothing but foam in my eye.
Nice. Yeah, but I wonder if bees go back to the little hive and like, yeah, you should have saw him. It was funny.
I made this bitch scream.
He had hair on his face, and he was screaming like a little schoolgirl.
Goddamn bee. Put a hit on that bee.
Right.
Oh man.
Those fuckers hurt though, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
That ain't fun.
Mm-hmm.
You ever watch this guy on YouTube that does the insect stings?
It's like yeah. What is he goes like something versus something?
No, it's not man versus wild or anything. I think it's
just a YouTube guy, right?
It's just a YouTube guy, but
yeah.
he found this pain index for insect stings, and so he starts off with like the sissy honeybee, which in relative terms, even though they hurt, it's nothing compared to what he got to. So according to his chart, the most painful insect sting is the bullet ant.
Mm-hmm.
And watching him do that is just like, this dude done lost his damn mind.
Yeah.
And they call it a bullet ant because it feels like you're getting hit by a bullet,
Yeah.
But he ended up doing some others that he said were more painful.
The Japanese wasp.
No, he said no.
For real?
No, he said the bullet ant was worse than that.
Oof.
Yeah, you're talking about the giant hornets from Japan.
Yeah.
No, those are dangerous because they swarm your ass and will sting you to death.
And they have a giant ass stinger.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
But no, he's the two I saw him do after that. They found a semi-new species of wasp in Costa Rica where the ants are, and it was called they call them executioner wasps.
Oh God!
And he said that was actually more painful than
the bullet
ant. Oh. And then he did this one. When I saw this dude in this episode, I was like, he's done lost his damn mind.
Yeah.
He's lost it. In Arizona, he finds a centipede, and this thing is like, it's like
those
8 inches
giant
long.
ones. Yeah.
Yes, and it's got like legs that like grip, and it's got muscles, and it's like swole, and it walks around like showing its pecs and stuff. So he catches this thing, and he's like trying to harness it in a certain way to where he can like latch it on his arm and let it bite him. But this thing like gets onto his skin, and like every leg on this thing is like doing this and like pulling and trying to get away and trying to bite him. And I'm thinking,
Christ, man,
dude, this thing is gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And so he he lets it latch on and bite him, and man, that dude, he had to get the venom. That one he had to get the venom extractor, and I think with it was either that one or the executioner wasp. I think it was the executioner wasp though. He had to go to the hospital for the pain. He couldn't handle the pain. Like he had to be
Yeah.
like semi-sedated to get past the pain.
Yeah.
And he's never done that on any of those things. So on that one, and then the centipede, I think he had to do the venom extraction because the venom was just that brutal.
Yeah.
So
Has he done jellyfish before?
I don't know.
He's just done insects so far, right?
No. He's done lobsters, and which was really interesting. You know, you think a lobster would just like straight up cut your fingers off, but what they discovered in the whole process of trying to get one to bite him is lobsters are always in bright tanks with semi-cool water.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of sedates them, like they're just kind of calm. So they went to another place that had him like in a darker room, like closer to their actual environment.
Yeah.
And he picked one of those up, and it got a hold of him, and it lit his ass up.
Yeah. The one that freaked me the fuck out was when he let himself get bit by a snapping turtle.
But he had something on his arm.
He did, which was a little cheatsy because I'm sure that thing would have bit straight to the bone.
It would have torn him up. But he let a caiman, like a small caiman or a small alligator bite him with no protection, and it actually broke the skin.
I'm sure. But
he's a nut job. But you know, he's probably making millions of dollars doing it.
I mean, if it turns you on, then you know, if that's your fetish and you're making money off of it,
more power to you.
To each their own.
More power to you. I can't do it. Like, but if I knew, but if I knew there was millions of dollars to be had,
would you let a shark bite your dick?
Yeah. I'm kind of fond of that guy. I can find other ways to entice a shark to bite something, and it's not with that.
Mm.
And I'm sure he hasn't done it either, so there's that. I'm just saying, I don't want anything to do with that kind of pain.
Oh, God.
And they probably nicknamed the shark the Lorena Bobbitt shark. I mean, Florida man gets penis bitten off by a Lorena Bobbitt shark.
That was almost my fucking first spit take. God. I was spewed all over the place.
Nice.
Lorena Bobbitt. Man, I haven't heard that in a while.
Me either. So, fun fact. Obviously, I'm a little bit older. So, I was talking to somebody the other day about, something notable that happened when you're in high school. Well, in my high school, something notable that happened was,
How was Isaac Newton, by the way?
Huh?
How was Isaac Newton, by the way?
It wasn't Isaac Newton.
Just making a reference
it was
here.
a little bit after that. We'll get into your Spice Girl fetish in a minute.
You asshole. Nobody was supposed to know about that.
So anyway, the famous thing that happened was I don't know if you've heard the story or not, but there was a mom put a hit out on another mom.
Yeah. Because
her daughter was trying to become the head cheerleader on the squad, and the other girl was the current one, and you have to try out each year, and so this woman wanted her daughter to be the head cheerleader because obviously she knew her daughter wanted it really bad, so she hired a hitman to kill the other girl's mom to make her get out of the competition.
Yeah.
And they turned it into a Lifetime movie years later. I think it was called the Texas Cheerleader Mom or something like that. But it was a famous story. Like, it made national news.
This isn't like Honey Boo Boo or some shit.
No, it's a little older than Honey Boo Boo.
Okay.
So I went to high school with that girl.
No way.
Yeah. She was a couple years. I think she was a year behind me. But yeah, her mom hired somebody to kill the other girl's mom. Kind of like Nancy Kerrigan and Tonya Harding kind of stuff going on,
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Like, I don't think I've known anybody like something serious like that shit.
Right.
I mean, like, I got an uncle who got arrested for like DWI, and that's as bad as it gets.
That's as bad as it got,
for
yeah.
like the stories
Yeah.
I got.
This girl's mom went to prison. I mean, straight up, you know. Like,
fuck, like it's crazy. Like,
what would drive you to do that? I mean, yeah, you just tell your kid do your best, you know.
yeah,
If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. You know, try again next year. Sorry, kid. Better luck next time.
no, I think.
I mean,
getting a hitman is probably the better
I
idea.
if that's your way of expressing love, you've got bigger issues. I'm just.
Oh Christ.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Man.
So anyway, what I was getting to is somebody showed me this meme the other day. It said, "What is your?" It showed all these birth months, you know, January through December, and each month had a movie underneath it. And it said, "What your birth month?" Wait, how's it worded? It was, what is your lifetime movie based on your birth month?
Yeah.
And it was the cheerleader mom movie was mine for my birth month. I was like, what the fuck? I went to high school with that girl. That is just fucked up.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, okay, that was rigged. Somebody made that shit up.
Yeah.
And knew all about me. Yeah. Because I'm the only person that was ever born in September.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's just
Come on, you gotta have some fun facts. Come on, give me something.
Oh, fun facts. Oh man.
Other than I'm really good at beer phone.
I know, right? Jesus.
What the actual fuck, dude? Yeah. I don't know if I'm hearing any less. We're gonna kill this keg tonight. We're gonna float the keg. Oh, that makes me want to go to the bathroom real bad.
I know.
Look at that. Oh, that's foam for you, bro. Oh.
Less foam. That's all foam.
No.
There you go. It's actually
it's
settling.
calming down. Yeah, whatever. This is gonna like the video made it look so much easier. Sorry, drink tanks. Y'all need to work on your product.
We'll be your research and development team.
R&D team.
Yeah.
We volunteer. Send beer though. Send beer.
Yes, please.
Send beer. Sponsors. Hey, yeah, let's get some wheel sponsors, some beer sponsors.
Man,
let's get after it.
That would be kind of cool. Like, I mean, who the fuck is gonna sponsor us after all those stories?
These guys are
fucking dorky ass drunks.
These guys are like, nah, we're good.
But yeah, nobody's gonna ever guess fucking his age. I'll tell you that much.
No.
And I got it wrong.
He did.
I know that for a fact.
He did. He got it wrong.
I was way off.
He was way the fuck off.
Like I swear he was my age.
They're gonna know my age because they're gonna look up the cheerleader mom and be like, okay, this is when he was in high school, so it's in this range.
Yeah.
So that kind of, I'm giving cues as to my age, so it's not fair. But like,
oh man,
without looking it up, have at it. It's under 70. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh God.
But it's over 25, so you've got a little window there.
He does sit in his balls.
No, I pull him out and like let him spread. I've learned to not sit on them.
like I don't know if you ever
have you ever actually
seen
done that? Sat on her nuts?
It happened a few months ago.
That shit hurts.
And that was like my first time.
That shit hurts.
And that's when I realized I'm getting old. like, oh man,
it's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
I was fucking. I just woke up. I went to the restroom. I'm like, oh man, I really gotta go. Normally the seat is up,
Right.
And put my pants down. I sit down. Fucking sat on my
did?
balls on the seat.
On the toilet seat. That's the worst. Now, what's the worst is when your balls are like sitting in the water.
Wait, what the hell?
Well,
I had to really think about that. Like, wait, what?
you put your balls in water? What? No, this happened one time where the water level was real high in the bowl.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
As men, things tend to dangle when
you
you're sitting
literally
down.
teabagged the toilet.
I did. I was teabagging that bitch.
Hey, cat.
I feel like we're just a couple drunk idiots. Maybe we should call the channel Drunk Idiots.
I mean, I think that's what it was going to be originally.
Yeah, I think somebody else took it. Some other drunk idiots took it.
Yeah.
No, that's not an insult. That's just somebody else took it.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much our demographic. So, just a bunch of bearded stupid guys talking, like shooting the shit.
Oh, we could call it beards and beer.
Why do you got a fucking rhyme?
I don't know, dude.
Wheels and whiskey, beards and beer.
That's for next week.
Tits for tats.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, I kind of like that one too.
Tits and tats.
Tits and tats. There you go.
Look at you. I'm rubbing up on you.
Mm-hmm. Where'd the cat go?
There's the pussy cat. Hey, pussy cat.
Hey, pussy.
She'll be up here on the table drinking beer.
I know, right?
Give me some beer. Give me some beer.
That'll be our mascot for the show.
Rocket, the beer mascot.
Rocket.
I don't know if you can see her behind us or hear her, but she's back there.
She's wandering out there.
She's a little curious hunter.
Wants to be part of the show.
Right. Hey, well.
But I'm not gonna lie, this has actually been super fun.
Hell yeah.
And I guess we're gonna have to like at one point
see what kind
talk
of feedback.
about actual whiskey and
wheels. Yeah, next time we'll
Or you know what? Fuck it. I don't really care.
That's just
it's gonna.
That's our demographic is wheels and whiskey. That's kind of the target audience. But maybe being a couple idiots just rambling on like we are.
Pretty much.
It'll make people want to listen to our bullshit.
We gotta hit some sort of demographic. And
well, right now it's still kind of experimental. So let's see what happens and see what kind of pushback, feedback,
this is
response, whatever.
Pretty much my coping mechanism to fight depression and all that shit. Because
right, it's a real thing.
Jesus Christ, man! Like finding a job is gonna be the hardest thing I do if I want to find something in my field. Because I'm sure if I
go hit the sperm bank, get paid to do something that feels good.
I have idiot sperm. Like
they don't care.
They swim kind of like sideways and shit.
They don't care. They give you money anyway. Don't give a shit.
That's
doesn't mean they'll ever use it, but they'll still pay you for it.
Oh man. Oh.
I never did that. I probably should have. Procreating is fun.
But there's another part you're missing to that.
The responsibility that follows is not
it's
so much fun.
It's the receptacle that kind of matters.
Right. Yes. True. Plastic cups aren't the greatest.
Oh man, especially when you hit the bottom.
Right.
Oh.
Party foul.
Party foul. No, officer, I was not drinking.
Nope. You have no proof. None. I didn't post my blog until a week later, so you can't do shit about it. Coronavirus. Don't get near me. I have coronavirus.
I fucking love that meme. With there's a cop outside the window and there's a dude holding up his piece of paper. I have coronavirus.
And there was another one that had a cop that had a sign that said something back, but I can't remember what it said. It was pretty funny though. I wish. I've seen literally thousands of memes on this topic, and they kind of meld together after a while.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the best one. There was one that just really stood out.
You're like the one person I meme all the time with.
Right. But today's video was the best.
Oh God. I haven't seen it yet because I was in the fucking gym. I was like in the gym. And I'm like, oh shit, I cannot watch this fucking shit here.
That. It's from Bryan.
I had to lower the brightness on my phone. Like nobody look at my phone. Like Jesus Christ. Like I know there's not that many people at the gym, but a girl just happened to walk past, and I'm like, no.
It's just a guy getting.
Knowing this guy.
It's just a guy. It's just a guy getting a blowjob from a girl. That's all it is.
Yeah, but after the day before though, what was it like? What was it like? The motocross? No.
I remember my buddy sent it to me. And I was watching. I was like, "What is wrong with you?" Oh my God! I was like, I couldn't turn it off fast enough. What is wrong with you? I just like sending them to everybody just for their reactions alone. It doesn't matter how disturbing the video is, the reactions are worth it. The ones I try to avoid though are dealing with like shit.
One of these days, I'm gonna have to fucking record my reaction as I get one of your memes.
Yes,
'cause
I want to see.
Jesus.
I wish I could see that. Like when people watch them, like this the look on their face of horror. Like, oh my god,
Oh my god.
this
Yeah.
motherfucker right here. Look at this guy.
I can get some really good reaction videos from you. I'm sure.
I'm sure.
I have to find the website. It might be Reddit, but I could be wrong.
Or TikTok.
It's like pretty much like it'll give you like two links. One link describes the video correctly. Another link might not. So like you'll see two kittens fighting over a snack. I'm like, oh cool, two kittens fighting over a snack. Sure, and sure enough, there's like two little kittens fighting for a snack. Okay, cool.
Cool.
You'll see like kid learns to drive a car. Cool. And it'll be like a massive 15 car pile up and like bodies flying out of it.
Nice.
I don't know.
The
trippy ass shit that you did not expect.
Never expect.
They don't always have to all be R rated or X rated in this case.
You watch Ridiculousness, right?
Yes.
So they sometimes will do a little deal where Rob Dyrdek will ask West Coast. He'll say a phrase, and it sounds 9 times out of 10 sounds very sexual. And he'll go, "What do you think this video is?" And she'll be like, she'll make some shit up, and it's nothing like and the video is nothing what you expect.
Yeah.
Like like there's a little bit of what he said tied into it, but not what you would expect. But it sounds like it's kind of like that. Like
a bit.
You're getting a description of something, and you're expecting that, but you get something completely different. So yeah, it's probably very similar.
It's kind of like a Russian roulette without the death.
Without the death.
Yeah.
That's the best kind.
Yeah, we kind of like came around from bodies and trunks and then back to death.
Back to death.
Towards the end of our show, at least close to it.
Close to it.
56
How long
minutes.
did we want to sit here and ramble on?
We've been rambling for 56 minutes.
Yeah, we better like quit boring these people to death and like wrap it up.
Boring them? Like I'm pretty sure they found something.
There's got to be something funny or entertaining in this nonsense.
Yeah.
Something.
So,
something.
Yeah. Do we keep going?
I don't know. Shit, I can sit here and
do
talk
we just
all
kind of
night.
like end this and like use this as like B-roll?
Let's do it.
Okay. So this has been Wheels and Whiskey minus the Wheels and Whiskey
Inaugural shot at this bullshit.
Whatever the fuck this is.
Whatever this is.
Season 1, episode 1. Wheels and Whiskey.
Wheels and Whiskey.
I'm Alex.
I'm Bryan.
This is Bryan.
With a Y.
Yeah. Not a. Okay, yeah.
Bryan with a Y.
Bryan with a Y.
Yeah. That's how we spell it in Texas. And only girls use I's in their name.
For real? That's the thing?
That's the thing. So if you're Bryan with an I,
I guess should I spell my name? It's like ALEKS.
Or IKX.
IKX?
Or IK or ICK Alec.
You ass.
Alex.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
To more episodes in the future.
All you people out there.
Poor saps.
Some gas.
I guess we can just keep rolling with this and
just cut it off at that point.
Yeah, whatever we think is good, we'll just keep adding to it, I guess. For that matter.
That was fun. Were we really at it? 56 minutes?
Yeah, we're at 58 minutes actually.
God damn.
Yeah.
It felt like 10. I was thinking,
it went by.
We got to be like 10, 15 minutes into this by now.
Yeah, 56 minutes.
Right.
I mean, there's still. Oh shit! What happened to the fucking light? It's all
nuclear blast. Like, hook us up.
Sponsor.
Send us some swag.
Oh man.
It's my buddy, Tom.
Tom Brady?
No, Tom the Knight.
Tom the Knight?
Mm-hmm.
Not the Black Knight?
No. Well, does he look black?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him?
He looks silver.
Isn't it racist to like ask
He looks
somebody
silver.
the race? I mean, he's kind of black inside.
Well, that's his heart.
Oh, okay.